Hi, I'm Sarah Giles from Training Leadership Consulting, and I'm going to be interviewing our lean expert, Maurice Kuhn. He's online with me. Welcome, Maurice.
Thank you, Sarah. Nice to be here.
So we're going to be talking about lean and understanding more about lean and how it helps different organizations. So maybe Mo, just to begin, if you can just share a little bit about what the term lean means.
Lean was not originally coined by Toyota. Many people see the origins of lean coming from Toyota and from the American motor manufacturing industry, and Toyota taking and perfecting those principles over time. They actually called it in Toyota the Toyota production system, which came into being over a series of years as they added tools and techniques and looked at first stabilizing operations and then ensuring that quality was right and then ensuring that speed was improved throughout your production line. And a mature lean system, if you speak to people in Toyota, they understand it rather to be just in time. So that's really the purpose of lean, is to get just in time operations. But lean was coined by two authors, Dan Jones and Jim Womack. And in their book, Lean Thinking and the Machine That Changed the World, they likened it to a system where you're stripping out waste. And so you're ending up with a very lean system. It is meeting customer requirements without the use of overburdening resources or machinery, giving customers just what they want at the right time, at the right price with no additional resources and no additional effort. And that really is what lean overall is all about. As we continue in our discussion, we might touch points of lean because it really is more than a set of tools. It's very much purpose-driven, and it's got a lot to do with understanding the culture behind it. If we apply the right tools and the right thinking, we will have a better understanding of what our customer requirements are, and we'll really be able to understand where our processes break down, irrespective of what industry we're in or what division we're talking about. And we will then be able to target and eliminate those barriers so that we improve throughput and yield to our customers.
From your experience working in multiple industries, what are some of those benefits? I know you've spoken about reducing cost and improving efficiencies, but just in terms of what you've experienced in your career working in different businesses implementing lean.
I think that we never stop learning. So what I find since I've been involved with lean, I got introduced to it back in 2007, and it transformed my life really. And it's a journey where I continue to learn. But if an entire organization embarks on this journey and gets everybody involved, there are benefits to shareholders and owners of the business. There are benefits to customers primarily, and therefore that translates into benefits for the business, and then benefits for employees. So we really are creating shareholder value. We're increasing the private equity for our businesses. We're decreasing costs. We're increasing throughput. So we're getting a lot more done with the same resources because of focused value-adding work. Employees are actively involved in problem solving, even in their daily jobs. It's not just about running projects. It's about everybody finding easier and better ways to do things, and in a very organized way, sharing those learnings with other staff members. And overall, we're seeing the benefit of employees finding easier ways to do things.
Something else that we've spoken about before is how important it is to see problems as opportunities for improvement. And that really is critical on a lean journey. And also to understand those customer requirements. So often there are assumptions made about what customers want. And I think that's something else that is so valuable in terms of understanding what that voice of your customer is. From your experience, because you have been involved in the lean world for many years, what are some of the mistakes that you've seen organizations make when implementing lean and when starting a journey and sustaining it?
Very often in businesses, they embark on lean journeys because they're looking for a silver bullet. They're looking for something that they can send a couple of people on training on and have these folks come back and then say, run a project and fix this. And it really is not that. You learn amazing tools, but it's not a silver bullet. It's not a once-off fix for all of your problems. While we're on that journey, we also need to understand that if we train people, we need to support them as a leadership team.
For those that are interested to learn more, wanting to get started on a lean journey, what would you recommend for them? Where do they start?
So I think we need to differentiate between, individual learners and organizations. There are obviously individual learners that would sign up for courses. We've got a magnificent course, the Lean Focus course. We call it that because focus is an acronym for focus, observe, create, utilize, and sustain. When you go into the internet, you'll find many different resources that are available. You'll read many different books. The challenge is always knowing how to use these different approaches or tools to get us to think in a particular way, where you might just want to know about something like 5S, as a tool on its own. So we've got modularized courses that we run too. And these are either online, mostly for individual learners. They're online, supported with videos and voiceovers. As far as our corporates are concerned, very often we have a range of solutions that can cover either online learning or virtual instructor-led training, much like we're doing now with the classes on the other side of a PC. We've made changes to the way that we break people into groups and the activities that we run that support online instructor-led training. All of that is a journey, and we very often spend time with leadership to help you define that journey. We will facilitate that with you as an organization, and we leave with a strategy, a vision, and what needs to happen to incorporate this into the bones of your organization, as it were. So we're always happy to have those discussions, and we learn just as much from those organizations as what they learn from us. It's really awesome to see the transformations happen.
Thank you for sharing your insights with us, Mo. It's been very informative and great to chat to you. Thanks for being online.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.